Been waiting for this for so long.
The whole pandemic thing was happening. They was, in the performance center. That WrestleMania. Yeah. That was the only match I got into that whole WrestleMania.
Charlotte comes back, wins the Rumble, and there's a problem. Only because she's Charlotte Flair.
It's Big Dave with Terrell and TJ talking wrestling, giving real hot takes. The best wrestling talk in St. Louis. Welcome to the Is This Thing on Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Go. I'm here.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, welcome to the show. Welcome to Is This Thing on Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm here with my buddy, Terrell. What's going on, man?
What up with it?
We are going to get into the happenings of this very bad and controversial Royal Rumble. So we just want to play the video and let's get to it.
Yo.
As the Women's Royal Rumble match, as Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss enter at number 1 and 2 respectively. They do tease wrestling each other but decide to wait for the third entrant, who turns out to be Kiana James. This year's Rumble shows the width and breadth of the women's roster as veterans like Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, and Bayley do battle with the recently promoted superstars like Lash Legend and Jordynne Grace. The Judgment Day's Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and Roxanne Perez prove dominant as a triple team one opponent after another. But there's also NXT talents like Sol Ruka, JC Jane, and Lola Vice who impress, creating the appearance that this is anyone's match for the taking. The final four though come down to Raquel Rodriguez, Liv Morgan, Sol Ruka, and a returning Tiffany Stratton. Liv surprises Raquel by eliminating her and then takes Stratton out immediately after Tiff eliminates Sol Ruka as Liv Morgan wins the Women's Royal Rumble match. Next up is AJ.
So I just want to go back to that. Did you go back and watch the Rumble? I know you couldn't catch it live.
Like I said before, I was not hype about the Rumble this year because they didn't give me a reason to be hype about it. Some of the we'll just go ahead and keep with the women since we're already there.
Right.
It was okay. It was just okay for me. Like, it wasn't no real surprises outside of Brie, but it was like, was anybody really clamoring for Brie to come back? And I think it was more of a shocking surprise, especially because she had been so adamant about not. And then people were thinking that she probably wasn't because of where her husband is employed at. Like, right. I don't think that really means anything. So, but.
Well, I know for sure her husband definitely, I think they started going to Saudi Arabia around the time where he was like kind of out the door. He wasn't, I mean, she can get the check, but I mean, he definitely wouldn't have shown up if he was with the company. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I didn't really see the Women's Rumble myself. I mean, honestly, I didn't really watch a whole match of this whole thing. I looked at AJ and Gunther. I really wanted to see how that played out.
Mm-hmm.
It was a real. We'll get to it, but it was a real battle for what I expected. The story they was telling was like, yeah, this AJ does. But as far as the Women's Rumble, probably the worst of them, and especially with the Triple H. The dude is. I'm just disappointed, man. We watched NXT. Wasn't he ahead of NXT?
Yeah, he was the head of NXT. So it's like, I just saw something that said that I think it was like Jason Jordan and I think it was Jason Jordan, Fit Finlay, and a couple of other people who put the women's match together. But I mean, outside they gave Lash had a good showing.
She did.
They continue to plant the seeds about Alexa Bliss and Charlotte, like who gonna turn on who first. I don't. I mean, you getting Charlotte to a place where you don't necessarily need to see her turn heel because we've seen it so many times already. Like, she's always the one who turns heel. So, right. But even
Alexa I think was a good heel too, though.
Yeah, she is. Mm-hmm. If they're gonna have her go heel, you got to get away from doing that the Wyatt shit. You got to find your own lane again as being a heel. Like, get away from that shit.
Yeah. Any connection to Bray. If you're not in the Wyatt Six, and
I mean, and that's just a swirl anyway. So a
That shit was
chicken
bad.
floating around. So it's
Yeah.
anyway. But I was almost kind of expecting with Tiffany coming back. I almost thought that she was gonna win it.
At 30?
Yeah, I almost thought that she was gonna win it. I mean, hell, Roman won it and he came out at what 28. So
Yeah.
wouldn't have been completely surprising, but I don't have an issue with Liv winning because she was featured in the in all the ads and everything for her. I'm lost with the whole Brock thing now, but I guess we'll get to that. So
yeah,
because he was featured in the ads. So
you said Braun?
Brock.
Oh, Brock. Yeah.
Yeah. But then you have him get eliminated while Jay's coming to the ring. So, but anyway.
He was so foolish. Yeah. Man.
Styles versus Gunther, and if Styles loses, he must retire. Oh, it's all on the line for AJ Styles tonight, as Gunther looks to add the Phenomenal One to his wish list of wrestlers that he's looking to retire. This bout sees Styles showing the same drive and skills he's shown at last week's Saturday night's main event bout against Shinsuke Nakamura, with Styles fighting off a merciless opponent when he tries to find a way to put the ring general away. Styles even gets busted open during the match on his arm, and it looked pretty bad. In fact, it's smeared all over Gunther. But sadly, AJ Styles just can't close the deal, and Gunther's onslaught weakens AJ enough that Gunther is able to lock in the clutch and win by technical knockout as a referee raises up his hand just once and it flops to the ground. Gunther actually wins the match and AJ Styles retires from WWE. AJ wakes up and realizes that he's lost the match, but the fans cheer Styles as he goes to take off his ring gloves, but he reconsiders and then puts them back on. He enjoys the fans' cheers as he gives them the too sweet sign before walking to the back very emotionally. Was that the last we've ever seen of AJ in the WWE? Some are also pointing out that the referee only chose to raise his hand once to lose the match. Just a quick explanation. For John Cena, the referee noticed that he was fading away, and when the referee realizes that, they then start the 3 count. But in AJ Styles' case, the referee already realized that AJ was out for the count, so he only did it once. Maybe this should have been explained on commentary as a lot of people were confused. Next up is the
And that's what I was saying too, bro. Like, they only lifted his hand once.
Yeah. I noticed that too. It was like, I always thought that you're supposed to do it 3 times.
You're supposed to, that's the rule, 3 times.
Because, I mean, he just had a regular sleeper hold on. It's not like, it was some kind of, I don't know, some type of torture device or whatever. But any other time you've seen somebody in the sleeper, like, yeah, you see they fading, quote unquote, because, the carotid artery is being deprived of oxygen. But yeah, he only dropped his hand 1 time. But I was like, wait, did they just call the match after 1 arm drop? Oh, okay. All right. Mm-hmm. I guess that's how they're going to end it. So I think he got a better send-off than what they did for Goldberg. But in the same token, AJ being retired over in fucking Saudi, man, come on. Yeah, that just doesn't, it don't work for me. Yeah, sorry.
I hear that. And that's the thing with him, with this being his 10 years that he actually debuted with WWE. So I guess it was a thing for him. But somebody had pointed out that this was actually coming. The fact that he had those last couple of matches with Shinsuke and Finn Balor, and of course the one with Cena. I guess he was timing it around this time, saying that this year would be his year. That not just because he said that 26 would be the last year, don't mean that he was going to be here throughout the whole year, like he's done.
Yeah, because before when he remember when he came back, when he first came back, and not this last time, but the time before that, because remember he had the jeans on and the dark jacket and what have you. Like even then, they thought that he wasn't coming back. So even then, he had already signed the contract. He was only going to be with the company until basically 2026. Because even same thing like with Becky. Like when she was gone, initially she wasn't coming back. She was pretty much done. Right. So AJ was actually kind of done, and they talked him into coming back and go ahead and hitting that 10-year mark. And I mean, I guess it was a good way to go out, but still, with it being in Saudi, it's just it just don't sit right with me. But nobody ever is going to get the Cena send off in the Fed ever again, unless they're just truly a homegrown and do what Cena did, which probably won't ever be fucking done again. So,
you mean like from the beginning of the year to the end?
Yeah, like get a whole year. Just be a straight WWE guy. Period. Just flat out. Because we know what Goldberg wouldn't get it because he wasn't a WWE guy. He was a WCW guy. I saw somebody comment was like, "Well, AJ is a WWE guy." Like, no, AJ is not a WWE guy. AJ is a TNA guy. He's worked for the WWE, but he wasn't made in the WWE. He was made in TNA. He was made in ROH. He was made in New Japan.
Right.
So, I mean, he's had a good career in the Fed, but he's not a WWE guy. So,
and I agree with that. They would only do that for like an Undertaker, like if he was to have a year-long thing, like a Shawn Michaels, or, you know, people like that. But for people who had long tenured careers, and they not.
At least I don't think we'll see it in our lifetime. So again, I
don't think so. Yeah, probably not again.
Yeah.
WWE Undisputed Championship match as champion Drew McIntyre takes on Sami Zayn. Now this is Sami Zayn's chance to finally win the elusive.
Oh, those empty seats back there, man.
That's what it kept looking like to me. Like I couldn't tell as I was watching. I'm like, are these seats empty or they? What the fuck is going on here? But like even when they were panning to like the rest of the crowd, they quickly kept getting back to the ring. I'm like, I don't think this thing is sold out.
Because what was the match order of this match? Was it like the third match before the men's rumble?
Yeah. The two singles matches was in the middle. So you started out with the women's rumble, then you had AJ, and then you had these two, and then the men's rumble closed the show.
World title has dodged him his entire WWE career.
That's crazy, bro. Those are empty seats.
Yeah, because if you ever get a chance to go back and watch the whole show, you'll see that they were paying to the crowd, but they were never paying for too long. They would get back on that hard camera side and show like where those where the guy is with the sign right there in the mid that's dead center. That's all that they will show. That's all that they would show.
And you know what's funny? That they built this stadium in about a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't they build the stadium to how many tickets they actually sold? Or are these shows free for the Saudis?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I would think it'd be free, like, you know, if you just happen to be around. And I mean, they get they
like WCW used to do.
They don't need the money from the revenue because you know they're already getting $100 million.
Yeah.
And actually become a Grand Slam champion, also while doing it in front of his adoring fans in Saudi Arabia. Sami shows the same heart he's demonstrated in past big wins, such as his WrestleMania win over Gunther, with Sami absorbing some serious punishment from Drew. Both men hit their finishes, but it's not enough. However, 2 consecutive Claymores shatter Sami's dream as Drew covers him for the 1-2-3, and Drew retains the Undisputed Championship. But now it's time for the main event.
As he should. Drew McIntyre winning the WWE Championship.
I didn't expect that to change. That match went the way it should have. So
I mean, I didn't watch it. That's another match I didn't watch all of. It happened. I had to work on Saturday. So, on my phone, I was watching bits and pieces of it live. I caught some of it like I was still sleeping, but I heard it was he took over. He just really beat up Sami Zayn, like.
Yeah, from what I saw, like, because I was here, I was at home, I was watching, but I was also trying to get ready and do all this other bullshit at the same time. So I was multitasking while watching it at the same time.
Yeah.
But from what I saw, like, he pretty much dominated the whole match, and it went the way that, like we said, it was going. Like, you don't want Drew to be a transitional champion. Like, I wouldn't expect that. I don't expect, as much as I would like to see Sami win a title, I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't.
Or the WWE Championship?
Yeah. I don't even see him winning a world title, but like he's there to be the guy who puts on a good match.
He might be the guy that's gonna hang on and be like, all right, it's kind of like how you pick somebody to be on your team we're like, all right, we'll just make you the champion. Ain't nobody else. After Roman retired and Brock retired, Punk retired. All right, Sammy, you get retired.
It's like, okay, well, we need until we get the next guy ready. Like, oh, okay, just give it to him for a minute. So then it just becomes a sympathy title win, like they did with Ray when Eddie passed. So
exactly, yeah, that whole situation, yeah. It was 20 years ago.
Yeah,
that Ray won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, just
they didn't even mention that.
Oh, what the shit just happened? Did I just fade to black? What the hell? Okay, there we go.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell just happened.
It's time for the men's Royal Rumble match. Now the match opens with Obafemi entering in at number 1 and Bron Breakker coming out to number 2. So it seems that WWE changed it due to the botch.
Bro, they did Bron Breakker so dirty. You seen that, right?
Yeah. And I laughed. I thought it was funny because again, we got the dreaded, who's this hooded figure? So played out. It just that kind of took me out right as soon as they did. I'm like, oh, I just checked out. But anyway.
But then it's all out chaos as a masked man in.
That's Logan. Who do you think that is? Like you like that?
I don't think it was Seth, but I had no idea.
I think it was TJ favorite wrestler, Logan Paul.
Really?
I think it was Logan. Look at his stature. I don't
know. I could see that.
Yeah.
Black Ambush is breaking.
We'll find out who it was tomorrow. So
no, we won't. We'll find out in 3 weeks, just like Theory.
Right.
Throwing him into the ring steps and then taking him out with a curb stomp. The mystery man then throws Breakker straight into the ring, with Oba promptly eliminating Bron as he lasted just a handful of seconds. But Paul Heyman looks on in shock as the masked man has already left the scene. While Bron is quickly eliminated, the remaining members of the division make it to the match and team up to eliminate several opponents. But the final 4 are here: Logan Paul, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, and Gunther, who came at number 30. Roman Reigns eliminates Logan Paul as Gunther tosses Randy Orton out of the ring, shattering the dreams for number 15, but it's now down to the Ring General and the OTC. Roman counters a sleeper and a powerbomb attempt, but Gunther is able to lock in the sleeper for the second time. Roman escapes the sleeper and spears Gunther, winning the men's 2026 Royal Rumble as the Rumble closes out. Your 2 winners for the Royal Rumble are Liv Morgan and Roman Reigns. Well, that was a quick recap of the show. What about the good?
Yeah, so I don't. Where were you at?
I'm still here. I don't know what the hell just happened. Hold on.
Oh, your camera went black.
Oh, what the hell? I don't know what's going on. Hold on a minute. Hold on.
Okay. I was just gonna go. So this wasn't expected for Roman to win. I just thought LA Knight, he had a chance to possibly win the Royal Rumble, but going with Roman Reigns is a sure thing. Just so.
Okay.
Yeah, going with Roman Reigns, it's a sure thing because he ain't had the title in 2 years. He had like 50 returns 2025. It's like, who else they have right now?
Nobody, because they haven't built anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't built up anybody. That's why I was in years past. You got kind of hyped because you kind of knew who they were getting behind to win the Rumble, but they weren't really pushing somebody as like to be up next. So it's kind of like watch and repeat. So it almost felt like they were going with somewhat of a clean. They're going with the sure thing, but also kind of giving a clean slate because they introducing so many new NXT talents to the main roster and what have you. So
yeah,
it almost, they gave Oba a good showing.
Oh, for sure.
And especially to come out number 1, they gave him a good showing.
For number 1, yeah.
Yep. And I think they gave, oh God, I don't.
Well, I can go to the entrance right here. I got a little picture of everybody. All right, so number 1 was Obafemi. 2 was Bron Breakker. 3 was Solo. 4 was Ray. 5 was Rusev. Oh, I didn't even see that.
He was in and out so quick.
Yeah. Number 5 was Rusev. 6 was Zack Ryder. 7 was Priest. 8 was what's that kid name? Devon Evans.
Yeah.
Like 9 was the Iguana guy. That was so bizarre. Go ahead.
So let's get this right. Let's get this right.
Uh-huh.
Finn wanted to declare for the Rumble, and they told him no. Right. Roman has a video package declaring. Brock calls in on Pat McAfee, but you got Mr. Iguana and La Parka version 3.
Right.
But we don't get Finn in the Rumble. I need, especially after what happened on Monday, we don't have Finn in the Rumble. So you couldn't have had Finn take out either one of them, either Mr. Iguana or La Parka, and walk his way to the ring, because we've seen it done before.
Do you think that for the people who weren't there, they couldn't be there? Or it could be a thing of, some people still have morals as far as how they feel about the Saudi Arabian government. Maybe they're just like, I'm good.
Yeah, probably so. So. But it's like you had Mr. Iguana and La Parka there. It's like most of those people are probably not watching AAA, and they have no idea who Mr. Iguana was, because they didn't really get a reaction to either one of them. Like, nobody knows who the fuck La Parka is. Like, if you didn't watch WCW back in the day, you have no idea who La Parka is.
Right. In the crowd, they definitely popped for who was poppable. Who was who was worth popping for. A lot of NXT people did not get a rub at all. Even some main people who've been around, like Zelina Vega, came out to nothing.
Well, because she hasn't been on TV, and you haven't been doing anything to make us be interested in her. And the first thing that they pointed out was her size. Like, we know she's only like 4'2", so we know that. So is Roxanne Perez, but why do you have to point it out? We know that already.
Right. So number 10 was Trick Whitley.
Lemon pepper steppers, baby.
Number 11 was good old boy Cody. And then 11, 12 was the Americanos, 12 and 13.
Yeah.
So, over that crap.
Ludwig Kaiser and Chad Gable. So, yeah.
Thank you. Stupid. And I like what they did with this entry, how they showed his former AEW name, and they brought out Royce Keys.
Yeah. And did you see why he took that name?
Yeah, I heard something about with his son.
Yeah, his son and his mom. So that's how they came up with them. I'm like, okay, music's still ass though. I hope that's not the final version. I hope that was just something like, oh, we got to get him something because we're introducing him during the Rumble. I hope wherever he lands at, it kind of looked like he's going to be on SmackDown because of what happened with him and Priest.
Yeah,
how they kind of like right off the bat kind of singled each other, face to face, like right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope that's not the music they're going with, because that music was ass.
I got to go back and listen to the music.
Yeah, it was ass.
Okay.
Yeah, it was ass.
Where brought I at now? I lost count. No, 11, so 30. Number 15 was Theory. 16 was Bronson. 17 was Dragunov. Like 18 was La Parka. 19 was Dragon Lee. 20 was Logan Paul. LA Knight was 21. Brock.
Big pop for LA Knight.
They sure did.
They popped.
I see that. And pop for Brock too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not so much the Miz.
No, it wasn't expecting that. So,
who was this? 20. Okay, 23. I can't really see the picture. It's kind of. But who came in after the Miz? He had on a mask. Another mask guy. Probably Dragon Lee.
Yeah, I think it was Dragon Lee.
I think I said Dragon Lee already.
Well, Phoenix.
Right. There you go. Yep, Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix.
And this Jay Uso's interest pissed me off. And because it's like, you understand the urgency of the Royal Rumble. If you won it the year before, you know you got to get to the ring. I think because they shorten the intervals of when they come in, they like do it every minute now. So they wanted him to yeet for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Normally on Raw, he do it for 7, 8 anyway. I think he yeeted for a minute straight. And then Roman specs and says it to him, like, get in the match, man.
Yeah. And then that long ass ramp, like, if you don't take off running by the time, if you walk that whole way, like Oba did his thing all the way down to the ring.
Did he do that?
Yeah, he did. He did the thing all the way down to the ring, but it's like that ramp. That's too long of a walk. You can't do that. And everybody wanted to hit they poses and shit. Like, bro, by the time you get to the ring, the next person will be coming out already.
You know what, that makes sense too, because they could have built that ramp any way that they saw fit, because it's a custom building just for that event. They could have made it any way they wanted to.
That ramp should have been way shorter. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Way shorter.
So after Jay, it was Roman, and then Jacob Fatu, then Penta, Orton, and then Gunther. Why was Gunther number 30?
Do what?
Why was Gunther 30?
Right. He didn't even need to be in the match. I'm just, and probably like you said, because they had to go with who was available to go over there and get that check. So
yeah,
that again, and I've already seen a whole lot of stuff where people's like, please don't have the Rumble in Saudi again. Just don't. But again, it's TKO. It's not Vince McMahon in WWE anymore. It's a corporation. It's not a wrestling company anymore. It's a corporation.
Yeah.
Completely different. Two completely different things.
I would say no more major PLEs in Saudi. No more the big four. No more the big four in Saudi.
No. You take Saturday Night's main event over there. Take Elimination Chamber or one of those other PLE, one of the other shows, but don't do the Rumble. I can only imagine what the fuck Mania gonna be like.
I know next year.
Yeah. That's gonna be oof. But again,
you got a preview.
You got a preview, and they already paid for it, so it's like you gotta go.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's not looking forward to.
Yeah, you can't have no empty WrestleMania, bro.
No, they're gonna be pissed about that. They're gonna be sorry about my dog doing too much right now. He doing too much. Like he decided he want to drink water while we talking. Then he decided he want to scratch while we talking. Like, bruh.
Let me go to the video.
Yeah.
So they're gonna break down the good, bad,
the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good as number one, making the best of a blunder. A WWE SmackDown botch where they showed Bron Breakker entering the Rumble at number one was a major botch for WWE.
That's a minor detail, okay.
But that is until WWE turned it into an angle between Raw General Manager Adam Pearce and Paul Heyman, and after that, Breakker entered in at number 2 on the pre-show. Heyman confronted Pearce on the pre-show and even going meta by saying number 2 is worse than number 1 because
right.
You don't have the high ground. It's pretty cool that WWE actually turned this botch into a storyline, as there's now more reason to believe that Adam Pearce is behind some sort of controversy against Bron Breakker. Number 2, Women's Rumble surprise returns. Now, there were at least 2 fun surprises for this year's Women's Rumble, as fans saw Brie Bella and Tiffany Stratton, who entered in at number 30. Tiffany put in a great showing, making it to the final 3, and although fans have heard rumors of Brie returning and whisperings that it might have been Tiffy time at the Rumble, these 2 appearances definitely popped the audience. Number 3, Liv Morgan's command performance. While Liv Morgan has received criticism for a lack of progress in the ring, Morgan silenced her critics tonight thanks to a command performance in the Royal Rumble. Morgan looked terrific against many fresh faces, making them look good while also creating the illusion that she might be eliminated at any moment. Morgan's ultimate win was particularly thrilling after 2 Rumble appearances where she was poised on the brink of victory, but came as runner-up both times. Finally, WWE have now pulled the trigger on her fully and let her have the win. Number 4, the Women's Rumble MVP. Now, the Women's Royal Rumble was particularly good, thanks in part to an abundance of fresh faces in the match and how WWE allowed them to show off their various skills and abilities. The Rumble has always been about turning the match into a showcase for more than just the winner, but it's never been more apparent than it was this year, with talent including Lola Vice, Kiana James, Jordan Grace, and Lash Legend looking particularly strong. However, no talent, well besides Liv Morgan, shined as much as Sol Ruka. The 26-year-old had no wrestling experience before entering the Performance Center, but her background in acrobatics and tumbling proved the perfect way to learn the fundamentals, and she's had a rocket strapped to her back ever since. I mean, for crying out loud, she entered the Royal Rumble by doing a 450 clothesline. She also had a great save in the match. Tonight's performance, along with a big win over Bayley on Saturday night's main event last December, promises big things ahead for Sol Ruca. Definitely a future champion. Number 5, a grand finale. Retirement matches are a hard.
Hold on, let's just talk about that real quick. Sol Ruca.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's like the new hot blonde bombshell. Would you say?
Pretty much so, yeah.
Yeah. But she can back it up in the ring with her skills. She is so beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm married.
Yeah, me too. But look, hey, just because it's sign on the door, hey, sign on the door say closed, but you can always peek through the blinds. Like just being honest, she's attractive. So she's highly attractive. So I like her. But her moveset worries me going forward. Like it's all fantastic when you're 21 and 22 years old and you can still do all of that shit. But like I like the Soul Snatcher. It looks good, but the problem is the person has to move into it, and they have to move into it and stand there and wait for you to fucking do it. It's like doing the springboard Cody cutter. It's like you got to wait for this 6'4", 230 pounder to go spring off the ropes and then come back, and you have to move into. It's fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm. You got to lean with them.
Yeah, you got to lean with them to make sure that they hit it right. You get hit right, and you land the right way. But it just takes too long to develop. It looks good. It just oof.
Yeah, it was a lot of faces missing too. Maybe because Bianca Belair, I was really expecting her to come back, but the last thing she had was that hand injury. It's like, what was it that severe that she been out almost a year?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, but I think she's ready to. I honestly thought that she was coming back yesterday, but I think they holding off on till they get back to the States, because look how they treat women over there. Just saying, like during the whole match, they kept saying like they were chanting that Lash Legend was overrated, and they was like overrated, and it's just a bunch of stupid ass chants. Like, dude, like, how can you say somebody's overrated if they're being displayed in the middle of a match, which is what they always do when you're introducing new talent. You let them get displayed because you're introducing a new talent. It's like, you know what? Whatever. It's Saudi. Yeah, this is how y'all treat women.
Yeah.
And women of color.
That's right. That's the main thing. But they didn't have no issues when they had who was the three brothers in the beginning. They had Trick, Ova, and Javon. And they really have no issues. I think it's more so with the women.
Yeah.
Women of color.
It's the women and the women of color. And it's like, dude, how can you say somebody's overrated? She's been on the main roster for a cup of coffee. They was even doing it to Charlotte. Like, again, with Charlotte, how do you say that she's overrated? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Just really. Is whatever. I don't even want to get into that whole thing again. I'm a Charlotte fan, so whatever.
But who else was missing? AJ Lee.
Yeah, I definitely thought that she was gonna pop. They was gonna pop in because of the whole thing with her and Becky to set up Mania. But maybe we might get to it on Monday. Yeah, we'll see though.
Maybe.
But because Punk wasn't there. No, he was just at the pre-show, wasn't
he? Yeah, he didn't do nothing. He wasn't in the Rumble or anything. He just showed up.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
He didn't have a match.
Yeah, again, we saw what happened on Monday. So why would you not make another title match where you don't? But it was only one title defended. So
yeah, that wouldn't have happened in the Vince era, because every pay-per-view, every champion had a match.
Yeah.
That's
and
just,
it's like
a tradition.
Yeah, exactly. Like 5 matches would have been perfect. It still would have been. It still could have worked. You probably would have had to shave some time off of the women's match, because even the men's match, it felt like a couple things. It felt like a few things got rushed in there, and like they missed a few cues. At least that's what I picked up. What I saw, I'm like, it looked like they missed some cues there, because like even with Oba and Brock, they came face to face like 2 or 3 times, but they never really did anything until Brock hit him with the suplex, and then Oba hit him with the clothesline, like, and that was kind of like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, and then even when I think Logan went up to the top rope, and Oba went over and hit him with a shot and what have you. I'm like, something seems off, right? Like somebody missed a timing cue or something.
With who?
With just in general, like that whole little sequence between one of the many sequences between Brock and Oba, and then Logan had went to the top rope, and Oba went over to him and gave him a shot. When Oba got eliminated, when Brock eliminated Oba, it was like it felt like something was missing in there. Like they was like something, like the timing might have been off, or somebody forgot something. But yeah, I mean, again, Oba had a good showing, so
yeah, these matches are always a cluster.
Yeah,
I seen something like Brock, he tried to suplex Cody, but somebody was on the ground in the way, and he just kind of. Sometimes Brock, he rushed through his suplexes. He just like, I don't know what that was. Like maybe somebody was in the way. Because they both was looking back, like, hold on, anybody back there?
Yeah, Brock protected him because normally when he does it, he'll release you, but he held on to him, and they both kind of looked back because who was that? That was somebody was in the way.
Yeah, I think Oba was right there.
Was it? It might have been. I'm not gonna go back and watch it though. But
yeah, I'm done with it. I ain't going back to watch it.
I'm not going back to watch it. But it's kind of like COVID WrestleMania. It's like I'll never go back and watch that one again. So
last year, no, never. We're gonna erase that. Men in Black.
Right, that one doesn't exist. So, what you think you saw, you did not see.
Finale. Retirement matches are a hard thing to pull off, something fans have repeatedly seen with examples like Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin, more recently John Cena versus Gunther standing out. But not so tonight, as AJ Styles got a chance to put on yet another classic match for the ages. Gunther was the perfect dance partner as he sold just enough for Styles to...
The people are they're just scattered.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think that thing wasn't sold out.
And it's like they have the little lights as far as the displays for the seats, which that looks really cool, but it ain't supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
To create the illusion that AJ might win, and he might not retire from WWE. However, AJ lost, and now he has to retire from WWE. By having AJ wrestle his last match 10 years from his debut, that being the 2016 Rumble, was kind of poetic and bittersweet. A reminder of how pro wrestling's work nature can create significant milestones. And Powerhouse Royce Keys is in the house. Royce Keys made an impressive debut tonight, and WWE deserves points for waiting until the Rumble for his debut. As mentioned, surprises are a big part of the Rumble, but they're even more special when...
Well, no matter what, he gonna have that lip up like...
Yeah, that drives me up a fucking wall. Like, stop doing that shit.
We already got stereotypes going on, bro. Come on.
WWE uses them to let fans see what a new wrestler can do. Well, that was good. What about the bad? Is number one, the return no one wanted. No, we're not talking about a wrestler no one wanted to see return at the Rumble, but the return of the dreaded Royal Rumble graphics on the bottom of the screen. While WWE might think the graphic helps fans keep score of how many wrestlers remain and how many are eliminated and what the next draw is, it's kind of a waste of space and distracts from the match itself.
I never heard that. What you think about that? Do you ever think that?
I didn't really pay attention to it, but then it kind of caught my eye as the show was going on. I'm like, why? That's almost as annoying as all the shit that's on the damn ring apron.
Yeah.
Like it's too much. It's too busy and it's distracting.
Yeah, elimination all throughout the thing, and then hey, they're eliminated, and then this many people are active. This people have been eliminated.
Yeah, let it be surprised, because sometimes back in the day, brother, you would lose track about how many people was there, and it's like, wait a minute, has all 30 people come out already? Like, giving me a counter at the bottom, that kind of takes away from it a little bit.
Right. Because by the time number 30 come out, you just like, and then when nobody else comes out, you're like, oh, that's it.
Right, that's it. So
We have no problem with WWE flashing up the graphics here and there, but to leave it on for the whole Rumble kind of spoils the presentation a lot. Number 2, a lack of surprises.
Triple H was a damn liar.
Rumble itself featured some solid wrestling and storyline advancement, but the match lacked a vital element fans have come to expect. Surprises. And I mean real good surprises. As good as the Women's Royal Rumble match was, the match only had 2 real surprise appearances, Tiffany Stratton and a returning Brie Bella. As fun as those were, fans were used to seeing more legends and on occasion talents from TNA. Where was AJ Lee? Where's Paige? Where was Jeff Hardy? Number 3, a wonky ending. Not as good as AJ Styles versus Gunther was, the ending proved a bit...
Okay, that's a really good view. Look at the crowd. Ain't nobody.
Anticlimactic, with Styles waking up almost as soon as Gunther had KO'd him with a sleeper. While it was definitely good that AJ didn't smile as he...
I just said something. You were there. I was just saying from this view, you could nobody, man.
Yeah, look at all the emptiness up in there. Look at all of that.
A lot of emptiness going.
With Styles waking up almost as soon as Gunther had KO'd him with a sleeper. While it was definitely good that AJ didn't smile as he faded, WWE should have had Styles sell Gunther's finisher more. Maybe we were just caught too off guard by the ending and that AJ Styles is actually retired from WWE. Yeah, it's probably shock. Number 4, Rusev circling the drain. Did WWE blunder by bringing Rusev back? Well, judging from the crowd's reaction and his incredible poor showing in the Rumble only lasting a few seconds in the ring, it looks like Triple H's experiment to revive the Bulgarian Brute's WWE career is a total flop. Now, we wish we could say we were joking when it says Rusev could be joining Andrade in AEW. Yeah, things are kinda looking that bad.
Nah, he don't need to go back.
And a weak Men's Royal Rumble. And the Men's Rumble was kind of disappointing on several levels, including some lackluster appearances. I mean, this may work in the US, but did WWE really think anyone in the Saudi Sports Authority was interested in Mr. Iguana or La Parka? Not to mention the highly predictable outcome of Roman Reigns winning the match. But that was just the tip of the iceberg, as it looked like Brock Lesnar may have been eliminated early, or even if it wasn't a botch, why the hell would they book Brock Lesnar to be eliminated during Jey Uso's entrance? Something just didn't seem to add up there. This is
as soon as I see it, I text y'all, like, man, what?
Brock Lesnar. You give him a good Royal Rumble spot to be eliminated if he's going to be eliminated. You make a big deal of it. This could have explained why fans probably didn't get to see Gunther versus Brock Lesnar showdown they were hoping for. While WWE did use the Men's Rumble to introduce Obafemi and Royce Keys to the main roster, fans likely forgot about these appearances thanks to the match's downsides. Obafemi looked like a complete star in there, but what about other wrestlers like Powerhouse Hobbs who only lasted a few minutes, even after an impressive debut? What about LA Knight? He didn't even make it to the last 9. Why eliminate him so early on in the match? Now, there was nothing downright ugly, but this was a really weak Rumble. There were some fantastic spots throughout, but this Rumble just seemed to leave a bad taste in the mouth. We're just wondering how WrestleMania 43 is gonna fare. What do you guys think of the Rumble? Let us
That's exactly what you said.
know in the comments down below. Next up, the real reason why AJ Styles just retired from WWE. Our fans were actually shocked when AJ Styles lost to Gunther at the Royal Rumble and now he has to retire from WWE. However, there may be a good reason behind this. As number 1, it transforms Gunther into the career killer. Right now, it doesn't appear that WWE has room to put a world title on Gunther as both Raw and SmackDown's world champion scene is loaded. However, building the Ring General's reputation further by having him retire one legend after another is a fantastic way to elevate him until WWE decides to put him back into the title scene. Gunther has now retired Goldberg, John Cena, and now AJ Styles. The next person to get retired is more than likely going to be Brock Lesnar, so WWE has to keep this momentum going. There's no point calling him the career killer if he couldn't kill a career tonight. Number 2, AJ's contract is officially over. Another reason is that AJ's WWE deal is either over or about to expire. Styles has hinted about this, including some comments that he wanted out of wrestling no later than WrestleMania 42. Number 3, the Rumble was always the goal. It looks like Shinsuke Nakamura was right when he shared his social media post about...
Yeah, did you see this? So, last year, Shinsuke had did a tweet and delete. Apparently, he tweeted this, and he deleted it. He pretty much gave away the fact that AJ was going to retire at the Royal Rumble.
AJ telling him that he wanted to leave WWE at the 2026 Rumble. Much like John Cena, Styles has discussed his retirement, making it clear that he had a timetable in mind, and like the 17-time world champion, he followed through. And TNA awaits. Well, did he actually retire from wrestling though? Could AJ Styles' in-ring retirement only apply to WWE? There's a good reason why Styles did not leave the gloves in the middle of the ring and put them right back on. Fans have seen instances where wrestlers retired in one promotion only to show up in another, but this one seems a little different. While AJ is unlikely to jump ship to, say, AEW or New Japan, some fans believe his recent appearance at TNA's debut on the AMC network may have been a warm-up for a return to the promotion where he made himself famous. It is a tricky situation due to the collab between WWE and TNA, but it shouldn't be ruled out, and WWE may be even encouraging Styles to do so to help TNA. Next up, who was the masked man?
We'll get to that, but yeah, I think I had said that it's a possibility. I said AEW, but with his recent appearances in a new TNA and the fact that they're on AMC, he could be going to TNA. Or do you think he just completely done?
I can see him going into TNA for a match or two, but going to AEW, I don't see that. I don't. And to wrestle more than maybe two or three matches in TNA, like I said, you don't want to ruin your legacy. Don't be like Flair. Like, you still wrestling, 10 years past your quote unquote retirement because you were forced to retire. Like, dude, your matches were literally, I mean, all his matches were always the same anyway, but your matches are literally nothing but chops. That's all your matches. That was your matches.
In the flop fall.
In the flop fall. Like, I mean, he played the hits and then he went home. Except only thing he had was just chops.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I wouldn't want to see AJ ruin his legacy by still wrestling. And he said he wanted to spend time with his family. So I'm like, you can't fault the man for that.
Yeah, I would like him to end it in TNA, even though with the WWE and TNA connection. Yeah, I'm done with WWE at the World Rumble debut. Now that the fact that they're together, I can officially end it here. So, but who else is in TNA that's active, that's been around as long as AJ Styles? Like how Samoa Joe ain't there, Christopher Daniels, a lot of those guys.
Kazarian.
Frankie Kazarian is, yeah.
Frankie Kazarian. No, he dropped it back to or Jesus Christ, Mike Santana.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He dropped it back to Mike Santana. So he was just a transitional champion.
Basically.
After having never won it to begin with. So I'm like, there's a reason why he's not a heavyweight champion. So
right. I think we speculated on this, but let's see what he got to say.
Now, the men's Royal Rumble match had a very shocking start when a mystery masked man ambushed Bron Breakker as he was making his entrance. Breakker couldn't even get properly into the match as the attacker shoved him into the ring and hit him with a curve stomp, leaving him dazed and easy pickings for Obafemi to eliminate him. But just who is the masked man? Well, it seems too obvious that it would be Seth Rollins as he made the curb stomp. A lot of people are saying that this is actually Finn Balor, as the stances kind of line up. Now, the thing is with WWE, the man under the mask doesn't have to be.
What? Look at his stature.
Oh, you know what? And then he did something else that I saw. He did like this little, like the little shoulder thing, and the way he popped his head, like that could have been Finn, but Finn has a tattoo on his right hand though, or his left hand, I believe.
Like it was arm and it's going down.
Yeah.
I see, because the camera view that they showed it from, it was kind of like from above, like from below and up, which made him look kind of tall, like a Logan. But right here, I see his shoulders are a little bit smaller, like how Finn would be. The clothes are really baggy. I'll have to look at it again. But from this picture, I definitely see different people now.
I mean, I could see Finn inserting himself, but why attack Braun? No, he could have attacked anybody else. And but will this turn Finn babyface?
I think he already is. I think for what he was doing with was it AJ? No, with Punk. The whole thing. Yeah, but he's still babyface. But I think the fans are on the side now. But he's still with Judgment Day, and then I think they're gonna book him more and more to like be like, nah, I'm moving away from you guys. But probably not an official breakup until Dom comes back. That's where the money is.
Yeah.
Be revealed as Finn Balor. It could be anybody, and WWE is just throwing us a curveball. A lot of fans also think it was Austin Theory, but again, this does not look like the shape of Austin Theory. And finally, a star leaves WWE. As Simone Johnson, better known as The Rock's daughter and Ava Raina's WWE NXT GM, has confirmed that she's leaving WWE and will no longer be part of NXT. She would announce on Instagram that she's chosen not to renew a contract, explaining that her last appearance was on a recent episode of NXT. In her Instagram message, she thanked fans for their support and called the decision difficult, but a new turning point. What do you think of Ava leaving WWE? But there you have it.
Wow. I didn't know she was leaving.
Yeah, nobody did until she posted it, and then she posted why she was able to when she left. Now I understand why she left, because I just shared it earlier today too. It's because of their stance with their political stance and all this other crap. So,
oh yeah, same thing with what Foley did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And she was like, now she can say it with her whole chest. F ICE and this entire administration is what she said with her whole chest.
Mm-hmm.
And for that, ma'am, how you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing? They'll probably stick Robert Stoner as the GM and or Ariana Grace.
And I think too, you think it got something to do with The Rock and his stance with the company right now? Of course, he's the head of the TKO, the board, but I mean, there's been a lot about with him and Triple H and just the whole fallout with how the whole thing went with him not getting his match with Roman, and then how he came back last year for the beginning of Raw, but didn't show up for WrestleMania 41, and that whole thing.
It could be a further extension of that.
Yeah. But she was just waiting for her contract to run out or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I know the door's gonna always be open for her to come back.
Oh yeah, and probably after she sees if things change. Because I've also seen a lot of people same thing. Like when I told you I'm not watching as much as I typically would, and I put it on just to have it in the background because we do talk about it and what have you. Kind of the same thing. Like y'all standing shoulder to shoulder. Like everybody can draw a line in the sand. So.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's why I'm glad that TNA has got this new deal because it was kind of hard to watch because I don't have cable, so I wouldn't download and or paying for another app to watch anything.
You mean ESPN?
Yeah, I was definitely not. I mean, we've had ESPN before, but I was only using that mostly for when I was watching UFC. I don't watch UFC anymore, so I was like, yeah, unbundle that shit because I'm not going to use that. So.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I wouldn't finna pay for another. God damn it! Another unnecessary. I don't know what the heck. We are having some real technical difficulties.
We are having, ladies and gentlemen, technical difficulties. We about done with the show anyway. So.
Yeah. God damn it! Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I still hear you. You want to just wrap it up?
I don't know what is going on today.
Yeah. Well, we had a good time just giving our thoughts on the Rumble, and we got a couple people watching. Thank y'all so much for watching. Anybody that's watching it back,
we appreciate you. Sorry about the difficulties today.
Right. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We normally got our other guy TJ here. We try to be here every week. Sometimes we start a little bit later. We start a little bit earlier today because we had the time, but. Thank y'all so much. I will be uploading clips throughout the week, and y'all take care. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Until the next time.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for this for so long.
The whole pandemic thing was happening. They was, in the little performance center. That WrestleMania. Yeah. That was the only match I got into that whole WrestleMania.
Charlotte comes back, wins the Rumble, and there's a problem, only because she's Charlotte Flair.
It's Big Dave with Terrell and TJ talking wrestling, giving real hot takes. The best wrestling talk in St. Louis. Welcome to the Is This Thing on Pro Wrestling Podcast.